Let me ask you something honest. Do you remember the last time you felt truly comfortable with money? Not rich, not wealthy, just comfortable. Where you could pay your bills, handle a surprise expense, and still have something left over. For a lot of people, that feeling is a distant memory. Or maybe it never existed at all. Because no matter how hard they work, no matter how many hours they put in, the money always runs out before the month does. And the really frustrating part? It happens again, and again, and again. If that sounds familiar, this video is going to explain exactly why, and more importantly, what actually breaks the cycle. My name is Milo, and I think about money problems way more than any normal person should. If you feel like you're working hard but getting nowhere financially, hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Because what I'm about to share might be the most important thing you hear about money this year. Here is something most people never stop to think about. Living paycheck to paycheck is not just a money problem, it is a system problem. And here is what I mean by that. Most people who feel stuck financially are not lazy. They are not irresponsible. They are not bad with money. They are just trapped inside a system that was never designed to help them get ahead. Think about it this way. Imagine you are running on a treadmill. You are working hard, you are sweating, you are putting in real effort, but the treadmill keeps moving at the exact same speed as you. So no matter how fast you run, you never actually move forward. That is exactly what the paycheck to paycheck cycle feels like. And here is what most people don't realize. The solution is not to run faster. The solution is to change how the treadmill works. And that is exactly what we are going to do today. Because there are 3 specific reasons why most people never break this cycle. And once you understand all 3, everything starts to make sense. Reason number 1, your money arrives, and it immediately has somewhere else to be. Here is what happens for most people on payday. The salary hits the account, and within 48 hours, rent, bills, subscriptions, loan payments, and everyday expenses have already claimed most of it. What is left feels like a relief, until it is gone too, and then the waiting begins again, counting days until the next payday. Now here is the critical thing most people miss. This is not about how much money you make. Studies show that people earning double the average salary still live paycheck to paycheck, because the amount coming in is not the problem, it is the fact that there is zero structure for where it goes. Think of your income like water being poured into a bucket full of holes. It does not matter how much water you pour in. If the holes are there, it will always empty out. The fix is not more water. The fix is patching the holes. And the most powerful patch is something called paying yourself first. Here is how it works. The moment your salary arrives, before you pay rent, before you pay bills, before you do anything else, you move a fixed amount into a completely separate account, even if it is just $20 or $30. That money is now yours, truly yours. Everything else gets paid from what remains. This one shift, as simple as it sounds, completely rewires how you relate to money. Because for the first time, you are no longer last in line when it comes to your own income. Reason number 2, there is no clear line between what you need and what you want. Now before you think, Milo. I know the difference between needs and wants. Hear me out. Because this is not about being careless or irresponsible. This is about something much more subtle. When money is tight, your brain goes into a very specific mode. Psychologists call it scarcity mindset. And in this mode, your brain becomes extremely focused on immediate relief, on making right now feel better, on small comforts that ease the stress of being financially stretched, so that extra coffee, that small online order, that takeout on a rough Tuesday night. None of them feel like big decisions in the moment. But added together, across a month, they quietly drain hundreds of dollars that could have changed your financial situation. And the tricky part is, your brain does not register these as wants. It registers them as needs. Because in that moment of stress, they genuinely feel necessary. This is not a willpower problem. This is a design problem. The solution is not to suffer and deprive yourself. The solution is to create a system that makes the right choice the easy choice. Here is one of the simplest ways to do that. Give every dollar a job before you spend it. At the start of each month, or each pay period, divide your income into 3 simple buckets. Bucket 1, fixed needs. Rent, utilities, transport, groceries. Bucket 2, savings and future. Even a small amount here matters. Bucket 3, free spending. This is guilt-free money. Spend it however you want. When you have a guilt-free spending bucket, you stop the constant internal battle of should I or shouldn't I, because that money already has permission to be spent. And when it runs out, it runs out. Simple, clean, no guilt. Reason number 3. And this one keeps more people stuck than almost anything else. There is no financial buffer. Here is what I mean. A financial buffer is a small amount of money, sitting separately, whose only job is to absorb life's surprises without destroying your budget. It does not have to be thousands of dollars. Even $500 changes everything, because here is what happens without it. Something unexpected occurs. A car repair, a medical bill, a broken phone, an unexpected travel expense. And without a buffer, that expense goes straight onto a credit card, or gets borrowed from next month's rent money. And now you are not just behind for this month. You are behind for next month too, with interest. This is what financial experts call the debt spiral, and it is one of the most common reasons people stay trapped in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle for years. One unexpected expense, just one, can set someone back months, sometimes years. But here is the thing. Building a buffer does not require a windfall. It does not require a raise. It requires a decision. The decision to make it a priority, even when it feels impossible. Start with a goal of just $1,000. That single buffer eliminates the most common financial emergencies that push people deeper into the cycle. And once you have it, you will feel something you may not have felt in a long time. Financial breathing room. So let us bring this together. The paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is not about how hard you work. It is not about how much you earn. It is about three things working against you quietly. First, your money arrives and immediately disappears with no structure. Second, there is no clear system separating needs, wants, and savings. Third, there is no buffer to absorb life's surprises. So here are your three moves, starting this week. Move 1. Set up a separate account. The moment your next salary arrives, move even a small fixed amount there first, before anything else. Move 2. Divide your remaining income into 3 buckets. Fixed needs, savings, free spending, give every dollar a job. Move 3. Make $1,000 your first financial goal. Not a vacation fund, not an investment, just $1,000 sitting safely, ready for life's surprises. I want to say something before we finish. If you have been living paycheck to paycheck, I want you to know something important. It is not your fault that nobody taught you this. Most of us were never given a financial education. We were taught to work hard and earn money, but nobody showed us what to do with it once we had it. And that gap, that missing education, is exactly why so many hardworking people stay stuck. But now you know what the cycle actually is. And more importantly, you know how to start breaking it. The treadmill does not have to keep running at the same speed forever. You can change how it works, starting today. If this video made things a little clearer, hit subscribe. And drop a comment below telling me one thing you are going to do differently this week. I read every single one,